But bladesmiths, welcome to the Forge. Probably noticed that things are a little bit different today. We didn't have 4 strangers walk into the Forge to compete against each other. Today we've got 2 pairs. Max and Josh, you guys are friends. Yeah. Tony, Dan, you guys are brothers. Not only that, you guys aren't standing behind our anvils, and we didn't ask you to bring any tools with you. Well, in fact, you're not going to be swinging a hammer at all today, and you won't be competing in this Forge. When we get done here, the 4 of you are going to turn around and head directly back to your home forges, where each pair of smiths will be working together at your home forge to build an iconic weapon from history. You guys will have 4 days, and next time you enter this forge, your blades will immediately be put through a series of tests. Now, this is where things get interesting. Although you came here with a teammate, only one of you will leave here with a victory. The 2 smiths who impress the judges the most in the first round of competition will go into the final round, but you will not be competing alongside your partner. You'll be competing against them. Gentlemen, we want you to build this. The Scottish broadsword. Your blade length, measured from tip to guard, needs to be between 29 and 31 inches. You need to have a fuller on both sides of that blade. It also needs to feature an intricate hilt that fully encompasses its wielder's hand. Gentlemen, without further ado, good luck. We will see you in 4 days.
Good luck.
First thing I'm gonna get started on is forging 2 billets of steel, and then I will twist one direction and the other billet the opposite direction, and then forge weld those together.
For the hilt, I'm going with a mild steel. That way it's easy to move, and I don't have to worry about it splitting or potentially cracking.
That's looking really good. I like it.
Forge. Today we're going to try to get the steel drawn out and get our shape and actually get the steel into the quench.
First challenge is getting our blade just right. We want to make sure this is a blade that's going to stand up to the testing. The blade is extremely heavy, and there's a lot of potential for it to bend, and so we're just constantly watching to make sure the blade's straight.
You got a straight blade.
I've gone through my normalizing and thermocycles, so the next thing to do is quench. If this goes well, we'll have a blade that's very flexible, but also have a really strong edge.
All right.
One of the really nice things about working with a partner, especially on a sword, is when I pull it out of the oil, I can have Josh set it in the straightening jig for me, and that'll make it go a lot smoother.
That's it.
When we're starting to assemble the pieces together, eventually we're going to put on some leather over that handle and some wire and make it look like a real authentic sword.
We just have to make sure we've got everything laid out right so we don't put anything on backwards.
Nice. Did the final glue up, put some final touches on the blade, and we're done. We got a pretty awesome sword.
Well, bladesmiths, welcome back to the Forge. Both these blades look absolutely phenomenal. But the best way we know how to find out which of our pairs of smiths are going to move forward into the final round is by putting them through a few tests. Starting off, we got a dynamic strength test with Dave.
All right, gentlemen, this is our dynamic strength test, the shield chop and foam tube slice. All right, Max, Josh, you're up first. Are you ready for this?
Ready.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Max, Josh, first off, what I really love is that pattern on the blade. That's just beautiful work. That's nicely done. I can cut all day with this thing. So, nicely done.
Thank you.
All right, Tony, Dan, you guys ready?
Ready.
Okay. So right off, scale-wise, it's a little on the wide side. You don't quite need that much room. You could have been probably a ½ inch tighter on either side, and it would have brought the scale down just a little bit. But all in all, fine-looking blade. It's got a good feel to it, so nicely done.
Thank you.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the dynamic sharpness test. I'm going to be taking your Scottish broadswords, bashing them into this sword, then cut this pig carcass. Max, Josh, you're up first. Ready?
We're ready.
Okay. Let's do this. All right, Josh, Max, your edge, you got some chips on your blade here, but it didn't affect the cutting. Overall, the wieldability feels good, and your weapon, it will cut.
Thank you.
Tony, Dan, your turn. You ready?
Ready.
Let's do this. Tony, Dan, let's talk about your Scottish broadsword here. Your edge. You have a stouter edge here, and when I was hitting on those swords, you have one roll on your blade, but your edge is sharp enough to cut the pig carcass, even on the stabbing. Overall, your weapon, it'll cut.
Wow.
All right, gentlemen, right from the beginning of this competition, we've kind of been in uncharted waters. For the first time ever, we have sent 4 smiths back to their home forges to build a blade in tandem with a partner. And the bladesmiths leaving the forge are Tony and Dan. Unfortunately, your blade did not make the cut, and Dave's going to tell you why.
Tony, Dan, both blades are fantastic looking, and both blades took some damage, but basically this came down to performance. And in the end, your blade was just outcut, and that's why you're going home.
Understand.
Well, gentlemen, unfortunately, your time in this competition has ended. I'm going to have to ask you to please step off the forge floor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Obviously, knowing what we know now, we certainly would have changed that edge geometry a little bit.